Hello and welcome to a back and abs routine for Bowflexes. My name is Eric and I'll be working out on a Bowflex Xceed, and you can do this routine on an Extreme, a PR 3000. You can probably do this routine on a Bowflex Blaze and a Bowflex Ultimate as well. And the reason for that is we're going to be doing everything through this top set of pulleys, and most of it is going to use this lat pull down bar. Well, about half of it really. At halftime we are going to switch to our normal handles, and we're going to finish things out with just these normal handles. Now, you might want to grab some weightlifting gloves if you got them. My hands tend to sweat a lot, and then when I use this lat pull down bar, I start losing my grip. So you can grab that if you want. And that's all the extra gear we're going to need. And let me tell you about the rest of this routine. Quick little edit here. I forgot to mention where your pulleys go. Second widest position I found to work best when working through this top set of pulleys here. And one other thing too is just a reminder, this little ball here, this should always be on the side of your handle or the lat pull down bar. So go ahead and start racking up your machine like this if you haven't already. So we got 25 sets of work. 19 are going to be for our back, where we're doing pull down and rowing type of motions. And then we're going to have 6 ab exercises where we're doing kind of crunching motions. All of our lifts are going to be counted down by this clock. 35 seconds of work followed by 25 seconds of rest. Now, each of our lifts we're going to do 3 or 4 times in a row, and then we're going to move on to the next exercise. I'm going to have a little bit longer of rest intervals as we move between exercises, so you can get acquainted with the lift and possibly change the weight setting as we go. So that's it about today's routine. If you're new to the channel, well, first off, welcome. We're going to have a 4-minute warm-up where we get nice and loose to stretch out, and then we're going to rack up our resistance. And I'll be using the same resistance setting for our first 22 exercises or 22 lifts, and then I'll be changing it right at the end there. So I hope you join me for this routine. I hope you have a good time with it, and I'll see you back for the warm-up. Let's get warmed up here with some jogging in place to get things going. And alternatively, you can do some high knees if you'd rather. We're gonna do this for about 90 seconds. Just trying to get our body nice and warm, and then we'll get a good stretch going. And while we're doing this here, let me tell you about our 7 different exercises today. The first thing we're gonna be doing is a standing high row. And we actually have 2 variants, this a wide grip and a narrow grip. And then we're gonna move into what I'm calling a standing crunch, where we're gonna bend forward, pulling that weight down, engaging that midsection. Then we're gonna do some lat pull down, both a wide grip and a narrow grip version. After that, then we're gonna take off the bar, and we're gonna do some 1-arm rows, followed by either a kneeling crunch or a seated crunch, whatever feels a little bit better to you. Then into some face pulls, and then finally we'll finish things off with a high cross fly, working our delts. Okay, a little bit more jogging here, and in about 10 seconds we are going to move into some YTWs. So everybody get ready to do the Y pose, just like the YMCA dance. Now reach up really high and then bring your hands together in front of you, and then we're going to reach out really far, go as far as you can go, stretch it out, hands together, and then a W. Now get a nice squeeze in your back, and then together. All right, Y together, T together, and W. Now we're going to keep doing these for about a minute here. T together. Really loosen up your back and get a really good stretch in here. Let's go Y again, reach up nice and high, together. T out wide, together. Nice W. All right, one more round of this. So Y together, T together, and a W. Okay, we're gonna move into some head spins here. Just do a full spin, loosen up your neck. Do some full rotations here. And now let's change direction. Just for 10 seconds or so, get that neck all nice and loose. And now we're gonna move into some torso twists, where we're just gonna spin side to side, loosen up your back all the way. Feel that nice twisting motion in your spine. It always feels so good to me. All right, now we're gonna move into some finger pulls. Take one hand, point your fingers towards the ground, and then you're gonna pull those fingers back. And you're really trying to stretch out your forearm and also your fingers. We're gonna be gripping that handle or that the bar for quite a while today, so loosen up our grip. Let's switch sides here. Hold it for another 5 seconds or so, and then we're going to finish things out with a forward fold. Feet together. Let's reach down towards our toes, and we're just going to hold this and try to keep going a little lower as the timer ticks down here. Keep reaching. All right, so hopefully you have your machine racked up with the lat pull down bar up at the top. Our weight settings, we've got 3 different ones. For a heavyweight setting, I want to go way over 100 pounds. I'm using 80 pounds of power rods along with 80 pounds of bands. And for a medium setting, I would go 80 pounds, and a lightweight setting, I would either go 30 pounds of power rods or 50 pounds for this routine. Now, we're going to be doing one lift at a time, so if this feels like too much weight for you, you can adjust the weight from lift to lift. Okay, so I got mine all racked up, and we're going to get into our first lift, and that is going to be a wide row. So you're going to take your lat pull down bar, grab the, actually you're going to have your hands, so your pinkies are kind of touching the carabiner clips almost. And then what you're going to do is pull this handle back towards your chest. Okay, everybody join me here, 35 seconds of this. Go nice and slow. And if you can't pull any further because you're out of cable length, you can always slide a little bit closer to the tower. Just go nice and slow. Exhaling as you're pulling that bar back. Okay, so we got 25 seconds of rest. If you need to adjust your weight setting, now would be a good time because we're going to be doing 3 of these standing rows here. We're going to do another that's this wide grip, and then we're going to narrow our grip up. But for now, I want you taking that narrow grip. And now let's row it back. Nice and smooth. Back to your chest. Hold it for a second, then slowly release it. Really control this weight through the entire motion. Exhaling as you pull the weight in. Here we go, 10 more seconds. You got this. Okay. Now we're going to take a narrow grip. And when you do the narrow grip, I have my hands over the bar. I'm going to take them inwards. So it's like doing a chin up here, or like you're doing a bicep curl. That's how you want to hold it with the narrow grip. So arms, your grip is maybe about shoulder width apart. And now again, we're just going to pull the bar in towards your chest. Stay nice and smooth. Exhale while you pull that weight in. Keep it going. 5 more seconds. Nice. One more set of this, and then we're gonna do this standing crunch. We're also gonna have a little bit more time so you can get acquainted with that and also adjust the weight setting as needed between our different exercises. So let's go ahead and get this last narrow grip standing row in. This should be getting tough for you. That's okay. Just keep working, and you got this. 10 more seconds. You can do it. Okay, we got our standing crunch is going to be up next. So I'm going to leave the same weight setting on my machine. You can adjust it as needed now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand kind of on the platform with my knees just barely touching the seat here. And then I'm going to keep my grip, the same grip I had here. And then I'm going to bring the weight back down to the back of my head. And then I'm going to just kind of bow forward. And I want to just kind of crunch the weight down as low as I can take it. And you're really going to be engaging your abs as you crunch down here. Okay, everybody, join me. Now, as I'm crunching down, I'm finding my knees are just slightly off of the seat. That's okay. And you should be exhaling as you pull the weight down. And think about bringing your elbows kind of towards your knees. They're not going to go all the way down, but that's the direction you want to do. Okay, so adjust the weight as needed for that. If you're good, I'm good. I'm going to keep that same weight on here for the set. Now we're going to be doing this 3 times in a row here. Really engage those abs. This is really kind of hitting more of your upper abs here. Okay, let's get in position. And let's do some more crunches. Now, as you come out of this, you can almost kind of overextend your back just a little bit. If you're doing that, really be moving nice and slow and stay in control. And if you're struggling, focus on your breathing. It's going to get you through this. Okay, nice. A little more rest period in here. Now I need to put on my workout gloves here. My hands are already sliding around on this bar. I've already got a good sweat going. I hope you're doing well and already feeling it yourself. Let's get in position though for one more set here. Last set of these. You can do it. I am really feeling it right at the bottom of my rib cage here. There we go. Nice work, everybody. Let me get my other glove on, and we are going to move into some lat pull downs. Now, we've got a wide grip lat pull down and a narrow grip. I'm going to start with the wide grip. And what you're going to do here is, as you grip onto the bar, I want your entire hand over it. Don't put your thumb behind. Put your entire hand over the bar, and then you're going to slide up, and I want you to just smoothly bring the bar down. Hold it for a second. Slowly release it. All right, let's go, everybody. Let's pull down. Hold it for a second, and then slowly release the weight. Now you may find that you run out of cable length right before it hits the bottom. That's okay. Just hold it there at full extension for just a moment and then release. In case it was unclear, you should be pulling the bar down in front of your face. I don't like bringing it behind my back. That kind of, I don't know, it feels a little disjointed when I do that. So pull it down right in front of your face, whether you're doing a wide grip or a narrow grip. Let's do one more set of wide grip pull downs here. Let's go. Pull down nice and strong, and then slowly release the weight as it goes up. You should be exhaling as you're pulling down. Five more seconds. Very nice. Okay, we're now going to take the narrow grip just like we did with our standing row, and you want to have your hands inside the bar like you're doing a chin up here. And then again, we're just going to pull this weight down right in front of our face and then slowly release it up. Now this should be getting tough. I'm feeling it really in kind of the middle of my back, but also my grip here. That's okay. It's not meant to be easy. Okay. So we've got one more set of lat pull downs, and then we're going to have a minute break. During that minute break, we're going to remove this bar and put the normal handles on. So we're going to have a little time. Let's get in position. Last set of pull downs. Here we go. Sit up nice and tall for all this. Really focus on that slow release out of the pull down position. All right, 1 minute rest period here. And again, we need to remove this lat pull down bar and just set this aside because we're done with it for the rest of today's workout. And we're just going to put our normal handles right on. And if you're running a few seconds behind, that's okay. We're going to move into a one arm row. And you could just have one handle hooked up here. You're going to put one arm on the backrest, stand up nice and tall, and then you're just going to pull this handle across your body here. All the way in a full retracted position. Okay, one side, let's go. Now I like having one arm on the backrest, kind of in a fully extended position. Do what feels good to you though. You could have it on the tower, you could maybe even have it on your side. There we go, nice work. We're going to switch sides. Okay, opposite arm on the bench. And here we go. Across your body. Exhale as you're pulling that weight towards your body. Five more seconds. Very nice. Way to go. You're 11 sets down, almost to the halfway point. We just got to keep it going, though. There's no quitting into halftime. Let's grab this other arm, or other handle. Let's go ahead and get in position. Let's row it up. Standing nice and tall. Pulling this weight across your body. Almost there. Whew. One more rowing motion here. I believe that'll be the end of our rowing. And we're going to do a little bit of ab work after this. Again, we're going to have a short rest interval, though, where we can get acquainted with this next lift. But for now, let's focus in on our final set of rows here. If you're not struggling, you're not doing enough weight right now. And if you're in that spot, I want you to go back 2 sets, add some weight, and then come back to me. All right. Now we're moving on to some ab work here, and I got 2 versions of this next lift. The first you can do is you're going to grab these handles, and you're going to sit down, and then you're going to raise your knees up and bring your elbows down. So you're doing kind of this crunch position here. You know that machine where you go like this? That's what we're trying to do. Alternatively, you can do a kneeling cable crunch. If that's not working for you, you're going to have to kneel on your seat like this, and then you're just going to bring these elbows all the way as low as they'll go. This seated crunch is a little harder, and that's what I might be doing here. Lift those legs as you're bringing those elbows down. All right, that's going to be 1 of 3 sets, so we got 2 more to go. Let's get in position. Let's keep it going. Eight more seconds. Come on. One more set of crunches. You can do this. This is going to be our last ab exercise of this routine. I'm clapping for you. I'm clapping for me. We're going to finish this thing out. Here we go. One more set of crunches. $15 more seconds. Keep working. Whew, that is a tough one. My grip strength is barely holding on at the end of that. Okay, so our next lift, you're going to remove the handle from one side here, and then you're just going to combine it on this other handle here. Alternatively, if you have a tricep rope, you can use it for this lift. We're going to be doing face pulls, where we take these two handles and we're going to be pulling them right towards our face. Now, I'm going to have one knee barely touching my seat, and then you're just going to bring them out. Those handles right up to your head. And you can do a normal grip or a natural or a hammer grip. Just pay attention to whatever grip you use in this first set. Ten more seconds. Okay, so I did a natural grip in that first set. I'm going to switch over to hammer grip, which means I'm going to turn my hands like this, like I'm holding the hammer, so 90 degrees. And again, if you have a tricep rope, you can do the same thing here, holding it just like this, pulling it towards your face. Okay, face pull. Set 2, use that other grip. And this is set 2 of 3 right here. Exhale as you're pulling that weight in, and control it as you release. All right, last set of face pulls coming up. And for your grip, I want you doing whatever grip felt more challenging to you. Not easier, more challenging. That's what we're in here to do, working. Okay, final set of those face pulls. I'm going to hammer grip. Let's go, everybody. Flare those elbows out nice and wide. And you should feel a squeeze between your shoulder blades, kind of bringing them together here. 10 more seconds. Okay, we have a 1-minute rest here, and what you're going to do is move your handles back out wide. And then next thing we're going to do is adjust our weight setting. I'm going 50 pounds as the heavy weight setting, medium 30, and lightweight 20. So we are dropping our weight drastically for this final exercise. And you can even remove this seat if you got the time. So again, I got my handles out wide again, and heavyweight setting 50 pounds, lightweight 30, and medium weight is 30, light weight is 20. And then what we're going to do, we're going to grab these handles, and you're going to get kind of close to them, and then you're going to bring them out wide just like this here. Just flare them out nice and smooth. All right, everybody join me. We're going to be doing this for 3 sets in a row. Stretch those arms out wide and take this as far as you can take it before those cables run out of length. Okay, I want you to adjust the weight setting again as needed. I'm going to add about 20 more pounds of power rods on here. Let's get in position. We got this set and only one more. You can do it. Just stay with me. All right. Almost to the finish line. One more set to go. All right, let's get in position and let's finish this last one out nice and strong. Arms up. Let's go. You just got 30 more seconds. Almost there, 10 more seconds. You can do this. All right. Way to go, everybody. That 25 sets of work just flew right by for me. Don't forget to rack up your power rods, remove them from tension. And thank you to everybody for joining me in today's video. Extra big thanks to all my elite Ko-Fi members that help make running this channel a little bit more sustainable for me. They also get access to workout programs and workout journals, names in the credit, all that stuff. If you're interested in that description, check it out. There'll be a link to it. And I really appreciate all of you guys. And I appreciate all of you for just, making it through all this video. I hope you got something out of it, and it helps me out too when you watch the whole thing all the way through. So as always, be good to yourself, be good to others, and thank you for watching.